Hello to all my friends and subscribers out there, and welcome back to another showcase and review with the future. And this time I'm focusing on a line of figures that I picked up a few of, and it's not a line of figures that I expected to pick up, but I've seen them hanging there. I'm a big fan of the Marvel Universe figures, and they are very hard to come by from where I'm at, and my part of the map. But when I seen these, I had to grab some just because they looked so much like the Marvel Universe figures as far as the 3 3/4 inch size and the look and detail. And I am an on-card collector. Now, I went and did some research after I picked these up because I did not know when I picked these up much about them. And there was a lot of complaints about how they were more aimed towards kids. The articulation was not very great. A lot of people were disappointed with, a lot of adult collectors were disappointed. Now kids would love these, and on-card collectors will have to love them, because I love them right now, and I want to collect the other villains from the line. And let's get on to with what they are. They are none other than the Spider-Man Fiercest Foes, made by Hasbro, and these were launched in 2010. Now this is none other than the superposable Spider-Man, which if I was going to get figures from the line, I had to get a Spider-Man, which you can see it says he is a hero here to the right, and it has the Spider-Man logo to the bottom and superposable Spider-Man to the left. And I had to get a Spider-Man if I was going to collect this Fiercest Foe line, the villains from it. And it was a Spider-Man themed figure. I had to get a Spider-Man. So there has been some complaints though on people who have took this out of the package and complained that it is not superposable, and I'm not really worried about that because it is staying on card, and I figured this was the best representation of the Spider-Man up here that I know of from even back when I was a little kid. So and even today, most recognizable looking one of the lot of figures. There was a ton of Spider-Man figures, by the way, and I'm only going to get one of the Spider-Men. But let's look in the back. So you can see down here there was a scuba version of a Spider-Man. I have no idea what kind of Spider-Man that is. Spider-Man with like a backpack on. There's the Green Goblin, which I want to get a hold of because I do want to collect all the villains. I'm a big fan of Marvel, DC, all the comic books. You can see up here to the left it has superposable Spider-Man, and he is pictured here. Over to the right it says that with suits for any mission, Spider-Man is ready to battle his fiercest foes no matter where they hide. So that must be the theme why there are so many different Spider-Mans. Superposable Spider-Man, it says. It shows Venom and Spider-Man playing the Fiercest Foes battle card game. It says help Spider-Man battle his fiercest foes, collect all 72 cards. You can see down here it has the Hasbro stamp and Marvel.com. On the front you can see it says includes Fiercest Foes battle cards. So yeah, that's aimed more towards children, I'd say. And it shows a nice illustration of them playing the game. So there's Spider-Man in the line that I picked up. The next figure I picked up, none other than Rhino, one of Spider-Man's infamous villains. The Power Charge Rhino is what they call him. You can see they all do come with like a gimmick too. So therefore they are kind of aimed towards children with the battle game card and the thing. But they have great detail and look great on the card. This one's very heavy too. A lot heavier than any of the other figures that I picked up, I noticed. And it says villain on the right of this one with an illustration of Rhino there. A great shot here I'm going to give you of Rhino. As you can see, great detail on this guy. Maybe not up to the par on articulation that a lot of adult collectors are interested in. So the regular warnings and stuff on the bottom. Then you got on the back Rhino posed, and it says he has snap-on battle armor. Power Charge Rhino has the same thing on all the cards written underneath about him with suits for any mission. It has the same illustration. And down here to the right on this one, you can see it says Marvel Kids, and I noticed that the back of this one did not say Marvel Kids, so it must have been some kind of running change, and they put Marvel Kids, since they are aiming this more towards children, but I do really like it. And you can see here it has 4 different versions of Spider-Man you can get. So there are a lot of Spider-Man figures, very similar to the Iron Man line, but yes, I have noticed that there are a lot of villains as well, so I had to surf through. Well, not a lot of villains, but I surfed through and picked up all the villains that I could find. The next one is none other than Hobgoblin, and he's very nice. You can see a picture of him down to the left, the Spider-Man logo. They call him the Aerosol Hobgoblin. He has a pumpkin, which I think he has an action where he can throw the pumpkin. His hovercraft there that he flies around on. To the right, you can see it says Villain, and the picture of the Hobgoblin. Very cool figure. He is actually a knockoff of the Green Goblin. You can see it says the same thing of all the other packages. A nice picture to the left of the Hobgoblin on the back. Figure rides glider, so a glider, as I should have said. Aerosol Hobgoblin with the same thing underneath. The nice illustrations. Down to the left, another figure I wanted to show that I wanted to get was Dr. Octopus. And you can see here it says interlocking web tech accessories come with most figures. Each sold separately. You could see 3 other Spider-Man along with Dr. Octopus, Spider-Man logo, Marvel Kids, Hasbro. Pretty much the same. Nice shot there of Hobgoblin on his glider. And yes, a nice shot here of Hobgoblin I wanted to give you too. Great detail on this guy. Had some complaints about the face I seen, but I feel like that is a very good representation of the Hobgoblin's face. He was very creepy looking. Very cool figure. And even it's got the pointed boots there. So, when I get the Green Goblin, if I do, I will show the comparison there. And on to the last figure that I picked up in the line. One of my favorites is none other than Venom, and when I seen Venom, they call this Toxic Blast Venom, by the way. I had to pick him up. There is a version without his tongue hanging out of his mouth there too that I noticed when I was looking around on YouTube, for other videos and reviews of this figure out of the package. Great detail on this Venom figure. Venom, one of my favorite villains from the Spider-Man line. I remember I was just a young child when he made his debut. I think it was 1988. Nice picture to the left of Venom, and on the right you have here Villain with representation of his illustration, or illustration of Venom I should say. On the back you have him with his Toxic Blast Venom gun, blaster or whatever, which I have had some complaints on that being very childish for him, but it is very similar to the rocket firing action on the Boba Fett figure. But a nice figure overall. You don't have to have him hold that gun. Pull back and release to launch web missile. So there you go, it's a web missile. Down here at the bottom there's a representation of the Green Goblin that I'd like to get a hold of, and you can see how he's very similar to the Hobgoblin, even having the pumpkin throwing ability. Down here to the right, Hasbro and Marvel.com on this one. But yeah, very nice to get Venom from the line. And just for comparison, not to be confused with Dark Spider-Man. I seen him in the store hanging, and I thought that was actually Venom in the package. Then I noticed it said Dark Spider-Man, but a very similar appearance. But you can see a lot different from Venom. And also a comparison of Dark Spider-Man to his regular suit there. And always very cool to see variations of outfits. And there's Dark Spider-Man alongside his well-known attire, red and blue attire I should say. There have been some complaints I also seen about the webbing on his head being very close together compared to his body, which it does not stand out that much to me. From a distance it looks fine, but from up close you can really tell the difference, which is kind of crazy because you can't see his picture up here. It is very symmetrical to his outfit, I should say. So there's the comparisons, and yeah, very cool. And also I wanted to show I have this Marvel Universe Iron Man, modular armor Iron Man, and you can see compared to Venom there, very, very almost exact in size. So they do go right alongside the Marvel Universe figures, especially if you're an on-card collector, in my opinion. Very cool. Here's a shot of him next to Spider-Man. Spider-Man with his legs bent a little bit is going to be a little shorter in package. But very cool. So yeah, I was glad to get a hold of these Fiercest foes, and I'm not frowning upon them as much as other people have been. Shot of all the figures together here I want to get, but yeah, I recommend at least picking one up and giving it a try. If you're a on-card collector, especially pick one up and give it a try. If you're a out-of-the-package collector, you might want to just pick up maybe a Spider-Man to say, and see if you like them or not in the package. But very nice line. You see Rhino, Hobgoblin, Venom, and Spider-Man there, and the Fiercest Foes line. So I want to thank all my subscribers and friends for checking this out. And I'll see you next time on the next showcase and review. Peace out, everybody.